we just got the blessing of some unbelievable music in quarantine. Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. I've been dancing all night.
All night. I woke up early. Literally, I was on time for our morning meeting. I think it's because I'm just so hyped for this day. It's like the clouds parted. These two pop stars came raining down on us. And honestly, I feel like they're here to save 2020. Deidre, I am truly gagged. Like this video, and I'm not just saying this, has everything. Can you please start? I'm still trying to gather my thoughts.
Let's just go down the list. Makeup.
Yes.
Hair,
Yes.
choreo,
Yes.
raining on them.
Yes.
The final moment of the video where they embrace with the most sincere hug in the world, and they just show the world we're better when we're together. We're better when we lift each other up and celebrate. No matter if it's raining on you, yes, we'd rather be dry, but if it's raining, you make the most of it and you support your friends.
And that's what's so amazing about this video. You can tell how much fun they had, and that's the point of this record. They want everyone to get up and start dancing. It is a celebration of perseverance, of just pure joy. And I gotta give props to Gaga for getting Ariana to let down her hair, and then the makeup. I mean, House Laboratories put in some work, clearly, okay? Like, it just, the production, aren't you so glad? And all tea, no shade whatsoever. I'm so glad this isn't a Zoom video. Like, I'm so glad they shot this before we were quarantined, because this is the visual that song deserved.
It was the song we needed, and then last night after I heard it, I was like, is the video a Zoom video? No shade, like you said, but there's just something so magical about pop stars doing what they do best. Being on a set, whipping their hair, dancing together. I guess I would still celebrate if it was Gaga in her living room and Ari in her living room, but the fact that they were together with their backup dancers, full out choreo, it's pop music at its best.
Speaking of the choreo, they made good on it being a dance record with some amazing choreography. I'm gonna learn it this weekend and post it on TikTok. Like the dancing in this video is unmatched, and I will say, dare I say, this is a lot better than Stupid Love, and this is what I think Ariana wanted. What's that song she did with Zed? Oh my God, I'm a terrible fan right now. Break Free. I think this is what she probably wanted it to be. So these two came together, and now we got a pop masterpiece.
It really is. And look, I love Stupid Love. I love Break Free. But I guess if those two maybe had a baby, this would be on me. Yes.
I love it.
I need you to admit to the viewers what happened in your apartment last night.
Oh, listen, I was like, I don't even care. We've had enough bad luck this year. It can't get any worse. So I literally opened up an umbrella indoors, was dancing in the living room when my boyfriend, who was dancing behind me on a couch, literally broke it. It like cracked. You could hear it. You thought it was fake, but we went hard.
Well, I was watching it on Instagram last night, and I thought that, you know, as we tend to be when it involves Lady Gaga or Ariana Grande, we're very over dramatic because we're in celebration mode. Exactly. But when you see in our morning meeting, you broke your couch because you were dancing so hard, that is the indicator of an epic summer anthem.
Worth it. It was worth it.
Yes. I think Lady Gaga and Ariana would appreciate the story. You should tweet them that later.
Honestly.
I echo all your sentiments. I think we've talked about this a lot on this program. It's a weird time. Yeah. Our feelings are kind of like this. What is bringing me joy right now is different forms of entertainment. And when I see two powerhouse female pop stars teaming up for such a fun, infectious song, like you mentioned, a lot of symbolism and meaning behind it. They've both been through a lot in their own respective lives. I want to, call out, today is the anniversary of the Manchester bombing, which, Ariana Grande spoke on that. She said, I don't want anyone to think that I'm releasing this song and forgetting about that. It's quite the opposite. I do believe that she's still very much mourning and suffering as a result of what happened.
Yeah.
But through the tragedy, we try to smile and find joy in whatever we can. And honestly, this song, I think, will do that for the Little Monsters and the Arianators.
You hit the nail on the head. It's like it's almost poetic. It's almost poetic that these two pop stars who've been through so much, they're turning that pain into power. And what I love about this song in particular and the message, and Gaga had talked about this too, is that they're not trying to ignore that part. It's a part of who they are. Everything they've gone through, that's a part of who they are, but they're not going to let let it, keep them from dancing, from powering through. Gaga had said that this is her taking her power back. I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. Like, they're going to let the tears fall, but you know what? I'm going to dance while I do it, And that's why I think, and that's why Chromatica in particular is going to be such a special record, because she says it's a dance record, but obviously it's really, focusing on stuff that she's been through and how she got through it, and how she's not ignoring it, but instead just embracing it and letting it kind of be part of who she is. And that's a dance queen.
Beautifully put, Denny. And I just want to say, like, on a personal note, because I am such a Lady Gaga fan, both Stupid Love and Now Rain on Me are giving me major art pop vibes. And I feel like art pop did not get the recognition that it deserved. It's kind of, I don't know, I feel like people were so hyped on the Fame and the Fame monster, and then she put out a dance record. I think it was before its time. But now that dance records are so big in the world, I'm thrilled that she's getting back to that fun club vibe that we originally fell in love with when it comes to Lady Gaga.
And that's exactly what she told Zane Lowe. It's so funny that you mentioned that. She talked to Apple One host Zane Lowe, and on the podcast, they were talking about how art pop was way before its time. And it almost feels like she's taking another crack at it because the culture is ready now. She stands by it. She says she stands by all her records because she has such an affinity and she just loves dance music so much. But yeah, she feels like now's the time for Chromatica. And she's paying homage to one of her favorite genres, and the timing could not be more perfect for us too. We're stuck at home, and like, I keep saying this, but like, pop music and my wine are getting me through this time. It's like, thank goodness for music right now. I don't have anything else. It's the pop queens and the music that they're putting out right now. And so Gaga, Ariana, like, thank you so much.
And we thank you.
By the way, they stand each other so much. Like, these two powerhouses go so hard for each other. And we got a little glimpse of that in those Zane Lowe interviews. They have formed such a deep bond and friendship. And also, Ariana kind of manifested this. She had tweeted years ago what a huge fan she was of Gaga. And of course, a lot of people have done that, but it was so heartfelt and genuine. I don't think she knew then that one day she would be on an epic pop record with her, and it happened. So that's why we say manifestation. It is real. It works. And it worked for Demi Lovato's boyfriend, Max Elric, okay? Because apparently he was a super fan of his now girlfriend, Demi, for years. How do we know this? Demi posted on her Instagram story a old tweet from Max back in 2011. I think it was like the day after Christmas. And he tweeted, "All I wanted for Christmas was Demi Lovato. # you can't always get what you want." Well, sir, you got it.
Just be patient. Just wait a couple of years and good things will come. And I have to say, like, they're not the first celebrity couple to link up as a result of something cute like this. I remember back in the day, I think Kanye West said he previously did not own a cell phone. He only got a cell phone so he could get in touch with Kim Kardashian. I don't know how big of a fan she was at the time, but of course there's that really famous clip of Hailey Bieber meeting Justin Bieber for the first time backstage. I believe it was at the Today Show. Yeah. So I don't know. I assume if she went with her dad to the Today Show, she was probably a fan of Justin Bieber. She knew he was appearing on the program that day. So you never know what life will throw at you, but you'll never ever get anything if you don't put it out there into the world or take a risk or take a chance.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud. And I think it's something they can laugh about now, but it'll make for a really, really cute story if they wind up being Endgame, that he kind of knew early on that there was something about this woman. He didn't even know her at the time, but what he saw of her connected with him. And the fact that they're together now, it warms my heart.
It's like wedding vows are writing themselves. These kind of stories get me every time. And Demi knows all about manifesting dreams better than anyone, because you remember she tweeted that she was one day going to perform at the Super Bowl. And then, of course, this happened in February. So, like, that's why I was saying, just speak it into existence. You never know what's going to happen. It's almost serendipitous. Can you relate? Is there anything you've ever like manifested yourself that you said out loud that you really wanted and it came true?
I feel like I am an accidental manifester. I
Okay.
don't like sit on my carpet at home and do this and say, I will do this, I will do this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just very intentional and purposeful with things I do. I've
Absolutely.
always known this was the field I wanted to be in. So I said, I'm going to go to college in Los Angeles. And then once I was done with college in Los Angeles, it was like, I'm only going to apply for jobs in Los Angeles because I knew that our industry was here. So I think if you have a goal, have a vision, and then you make intentional steps along the way, lay all the bricks, eventually you'll build the house.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I feel like that was, I pursued my dreams and it was really focused. I really had no backup plan. I'm like, this is what I want to do. So in that regard, I said it out loud and manifested it. Like, this is my dream job. Ask anyone I grew up with, like since high school, like this is all I've ever wanted to do. And I've always been vocal about that. So the fact that it actually worked out, thank goodness. I don't know what I would be doing. So I'm going to say that in this, like my job is what I manifested, the specific like entertainment
That's
reporter.
actually a really interesting question. Let's just blindly, what do you think you would be doing if you weren't doing this?
Honestly, I would maybe be working at a theme park, like as like literally doing the backlot tour at Universal Studios, which I'm not even saying that as shade. Like I loved that ride, and I'm like, I have the personality for that. I know all this pop culture news. I know everything that's shot on this lot. Like that would be a perfect job for me.
Oh,
Or it would be something completely different. Like could you imagine if I was like in the medical field, like I don't know, maybe like a
no. No,
therapist,
I believe
psychologist?
I believe genetically you were always destined to do something with showmanship,
I was
whether
born the same.
a professional dancer or an actor, becoming a tour guide. And by the way, those people are unbelievably talented.
They're
They have
so good.
off the top of their heads for sometimes an hour going around those theme parks.
So
Um,
true.
I think regardless of where you landed, you were always going to do something in front of the camera.
Oh, thank you. You too. No, you too. I see you. If you guys haven't visited Deidre Behar's Instagram page, literally there's a clip of her on the Lisa Gibbons show asking Jennifer Lopez a hard-hitting question at how old?
I think I was 7.
We're talking with the cast of the movie today, which our audience has just seen. And you had a question, darling?
How did you discover the little girl who plays Selena?
7 or 8.
7 years old. You're so poised. Okay, let's get into this next story though, because ET can confirm that Kelly Ripa, apparently Mark Consuelos, and the rest of the family have been sheltering in place in the Caribbean where they were there for spring break. So they were there on vacation. 3 days later, everything started to shut down and they decided that they were going to stay put. Who knew? Because of course, Kelly has been working the entire time and hosting with Ryan Seacrest, Live with Kelly and Ryan. I had no idea they were in a different country. No clue. Were you surprised by this?
Oh my, completely.
Yeah.
And I'm more so just really impressed that they were able to make do in a completely foreign country. I mean, I'm here in my home city, and we're still, a little bit of struggle city over here.
I
How
agree.
they're managing, and I guess they're Mark Consuelos and Kelly. They get the job done always. But grocery deliveries, not being familiar with the area that you're living in, not having access to the things that maybe you have access to when you're back home, and also your creature comforts. You want to sleep in your own bed. You want to have access to those things that just kind of make your life, I don't know, easy, normal. And they've been there for, what is it? It's for me, it's week 10 at the end of today. It's been 10 weeks sheltering in place. So
Like 2 months? Yeah.
it's pretty wild, but I commend them. She's a hustler. She wanted to get right back to work to maintain that sense of normalcy.
Like, that's the thing though. How did she pull that off? Like, did ABC just ship all the stuff that she needed, including maybe makeup? Like, on vacation, don't you like to go makeup free? Like,
Totally.
right?
Wow, that's a really great point. It's like, if I know if I'm going to the Caribbean, I'm bringing a little bit of bronzer and some sunscreen.
Exactly. Maybe a lip gloss, but like she's not bringing her makeup. Like, I don't think, and of course the lighting and
Yeah. I assume, I do not know anything, but I assume that she got some sort of a package in the mail with the ABCs of television production from home, and she's making do. My heart goes out to their son, who's worked so hard. He just graduated from NYU. They're so proud. They're such proud parents. And he made the best of a weird situation. So congratulations to Michael Consuelos for getting his
absolutely.
degree. That's awesome.
Kelly had said that they were more bummed that he wouldn't be able to walk in his graduation ceremony than he was. He's just like, I got my degree. Like, that was the point. I want to do life now. I want to do life. While they're doing life in the Caribbean, good luck to them. Because that's tough, especially I feel like in vacation, it's closer quarters with the fam. I can only imagine tensions are arising there. But sometimes you got to make the best of a terrible situation, and that's exactly what one newlywed couple did. They went viral on TikTok after they revealed that they've been stuck in Sri Lanka for an extended honeymoon due to the coronavirus pandemic. Take a look at this video, guys, and we'll get into it.
Whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready, can we surrender? Can we surrender? I surrender.
So imagine you get married. This is Michelle and John Senior. They tied the knot in San Francisco. They quickly hop on a flight to Thailand for their honeymoon. They get to Sri Lanka, their second destination. A couple days later, literally the country starts to shut down and they can go anywhere for the next 2 months. It looks like they're making the most of it, but like we were just talking about this, I couldn't imagine that, like being there.
Well, I think you go through the stages. I think that what you just said is stage one, where you're just in disbelief. I can't believe I came here to celebrate my marriage and now I'm stuck here for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But phase two, you sort of feel like, if I am going to be stuck here, how do I make a positive out of it? How do I enjoy, like, the positive? I get more time with my husband. We get to spend, quality time together and monopolize on that. So you know what? Start a TikTok account, make some videos, try to smile and find the good in all of this. I mean, that's certainly what I've been doing here at home. I feel so lucky to be here in my own home. I can't imagine how they feel, but hat is off to them for really weathering the storm.
And it looks like they're literally, right. And it looks like they're having so much fun and like honeymoon vibes, right? Like the glow is there. They're having a good time and enjoying each other's companies, but it's not easy. And she even said that she's like, by the way, like we literally, we have to get groceries at a place that is not as accessible. There was roaches in their hotel, their hostel. Like, it's not all beautiful and like, ooh, perfect for social media. But like I said, they're making the most of it.
A blogger vacation by any stretch of the imagination.
Not
I
at
mean,
all.
like you just mentioned with Kelly and Mark, these people who went on their honeymoon, they probably brought a couple things in their suitcase. They had no idea they'd be stuck for 2 months and more.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that they're also working remotely now. They got married in San Francisco, so I'm assuming they're from California. That is a time difference. Like, how do you pull that off? How do you do it?
I know, like, if I had to sign on to do this and it was like 4 a.m. somewhere else in the world, truly that internal schedule is so out of whack. I give them all the credit in the world for truly being champs and getting through this very strange time.
3 flights have been canceled. Here's hoping the 4th one gets them home safely. But
yeah.
what a beautiful bonding moment too. I'm actually in an experience they'll never forget. I'll leave it at that.
They'll know after this if it's a marriage for the ages.
Sounds like it is. It sounds like it is. They're so cute. Speaking of making the most and best of life in quarantine, Martha Stewart. I mean, imagine being Martha right now. I feel like I don't have the skills that she does in the kitchen, and I wish I did. Now's the time to experiment. But even Martha's kind of having a little fun. She went kind of viral for this Instagram video. She is pounding chicken with a meat cleaver to Drake and Rihanna. The thing is, first of all, she's a huge Drake fan. This comes after she flipped the switch to Drake's song.
Look, I just flipped the switch.
Right.
On Instagram with the Belvedere vodka, and she is just going at it, and people were like, who hurt you, Martha? Like, what? Who are you?
Martha is an empire for a reason. She's a tough woman. She's been through things. She's got to get her frustration out some way or another.
Facts.
I love this. I think her friendship with Snoop Dogg is one of the most admirable friendships in Hollywood.
I agree.
They come from different walks of life, but they've been able to educate each other, teach each other about their worlds. And if Snoop Dogg influenced her music choices that we've been seeing on her Instagram, I am all about it. Pound Your Chicken, Listen to Work by Rihanna, live your best life.
Martha has swag. Like, she
Yes.
is such a baddie. And she proved it again, even just today, when she shared the recipe to a Martha Rita, a pomegranate margarita. And I got to tell you, between Ina Garten making that giant Cosmo and Martha and her Martha Rita, I mean, I think they're the next people and celebrities I want to have a drink with. Who would you choose out of those two?
You failed to mention Stanley Tucci making the Negroni of all Negronis.
Everyone's making cocktails.
100%. I mean, I love me some Ina, I love me some Martha, but Stanley Tucci really took a piece of my heart when he did his video demonstration. I'm loving these quarantinis that everyone's making, or a Martha Rita, whatever you want to call it. Again, content bringing us joy. We think.
They know how to party, all three of them. Let's invite them all. How about that? On that note, let's go make our cocktails. It's happy hour, right? It's Friday. Enjoy the long weekend, everybody. Oh, look at you, starting early.
It's cold brew, everybody, but I love it.
This is from yesterday when I was dancing to Lady Gaga and Ariana, which I'm going to do all weekend long, by the way.
Yes, you deserve it. Dance party, but please don't break your furniture. Give your
Never. I'm not going to do it. I'll piece it back together. It was worth it. Listen, you all, we are going to enjoy the long weekend as well. We'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new episode of ET Live at Home. So until then, happy Memorial Day, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.